The second part is what will I bring to UniHertz when I join. Now, leading from the front, that has been my specialty all across. And I am also acknowledged to be a very, very aggressive go-getter in business. It may be a simple act of getting an appointment with a key authority, or even a tough one of convincing with a complex sales presentation to a client to get the business. It would not be a problem to me. I am a very fast learner and I do it with a very high frequency. So the time required for me to understand and deliver is minimal. That's what when I say with high efficiency. From what I know of UniHertz India, it requires a very tough business driver. And I strongly believe that I will be able to lead both internally towards my team and externally, that is to the outside world. Because you need a person who is a thought leader in all those aspects. Another specialty of mine is instituting or formulating winning teams. Teams can be built by anyone, but to formulate a winning team, that requires a lot of experience and exposure. And I am very happy to say that my peers and the people that I have recruited or the people that I have put in place, they acknowledge me as saying that I am capable of instituting the winning teams. That specialty of mine, in addition to have extensive business networks, I belong to IIM Group, which is considered to be the Harvard of Asia. I have extensive networks, alumni. Then apart from that, I am very much visible in corporate circles. I am very much visible and proactive in governmental setups. And as a CEO, if you ask me what would be the areas that I would take special care to focus upon, my response would be number one, team management. Directly from starting point of the value chain, that is getting them and retaining them and getting the most out of it. Sales management, because ultimately we have to sell the products. How to manage it? You need to have a very proactive strategy behind it. Third would be financial management. Now I understand that UniHertz in India is a relative startup, so it requires a very, very defined and proactive strategy to take into aspects the fundings part of it and the financials. In my present assignment, I am the profit center head. I am managing the P&L as well as balance sheet, so I know how to manage the finance. Fourth, most importantly, I would focus on having business or strategic associations with the firms or with the small businesses who are into indigenous technology or applications development. Whether it is in, and I would take care that the synchronization or this association would be with the relevant businesses. I gave some examples to Calvin about some of the companies, so he would be able to talk more about it. Number fifth, providing overall thought leadership to the entire setup, Indian operations. By thought leadership, I mean not only by actions, but by also thoughts, providing them a goal, a focus, what to do next. If this step is done, what to do, what would be the next step, next goal. So ultimately, this is a structured way that I design the strategy to good results so far. And lastly, taking care of extensive strategy fronts on operations, sales, and most importantly in this business, relationship management. The key accounts that we would sell, the key accounts that we would get, in my opinion, it would be majority of them would be governmental setups. And I know Indian governmental setups both on the macro level, that is the center and state, as also micro levels, which is local governments or even village mayors. So how to manage the relationship, because ultimately it is the relationship which gets us business. I have given talks and I have given workshops on Chinese ethos, like concepts like Guangxi, Now the same coupled with Indian ethics or Indian way of doing business would work wonders. And I'm not saying this, but I have also practiced it to great results. So given that Unihertz is a relative startup, I understand the basic principles of business building from scratch. It would be my absolute pleasure to come on board and to take it to greater heights. And I'm sure that my skill sets across the entire business value chain, with of course the coupling with the team that is already in place in China as well as Hong Kong, to take it to great heights would not be a problem at all, let me assure you. And it would be my mission to establish Unihertz India as one of the top players on this part of the world at the start, and then take it forward.